Hey, I just wanted to make a quick overview of my retro gaming collection. So let's start out with my Sega Genesis, my Nintendo 64, and my black and red retro duo that plays NES and SNES games. Okay, so let's move on to the game, shall we? First is Batman. This is a good Batman game. There's not that many good Batman games from Nintendo, but this is definitely one of them. Next is Platoon. I hate this game. It sucks. I can't even get past the first stage in the jungle, but it has very good graphics for the Nintendo. Next is Star Tropics. This game's fun. It's really, really good. You can see the Happy Video Game Nerds review of it later in RetroWareTV.com. Next is Castlevania, but you all heard about this, so I'm not really going to do it anymore. Especially from the Angry Video Game Nerd. Next is Contra. Same exact thing. Great, but hard. Next is Double Dragon, which unfortunately does not work for me. It must have been the pawn shop I bought it from. Guess it was just broken before they even sold to me, so that kind of sucks. Next is Metal Gear. I love the Metal Gear Solid series. I got the Essential Collection right here, and I got Metal Gear Solid 4 right here from PS3. But this game I hate, but it's not made by Hideo Kojima, so it sucks, yeah. Next is Metal Storm. This is a great game. You can see it also at RetroWareTV.com for the Happy Video Game Nerd. Great side-scroller shooter, kind of like Contra, but also not. Let's move on to my box games. First is Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. This is a fun game, but I'm sure you guys already know about that because there's so many reviews of them. It's boxed and complete, but the box is in pretty bad condition, but everything else is in pretty good condition. Next is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. This game is in perfect condition, same thing with the box. The manual's in there too, but I don't feel like getting that out. Okay, so that's it with my Nintendo. Let's move on to Super Nintendo. My favorite game in here is Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Great game. Next is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Another really good game. It's pretty underrated. I think you guys should really check it out. I really like that game. And it has the manual, so that's pretty cool. That game's also made by Konami and I think ActRaiser or something like that. I don't know. Next is Run Saber, a pretty underrated classic. It's kind of a side scroll. If you like Ninja Gaiden, I'm sure you'll like this game, but it's definitely not as hard. Super Mario All-Stars has Mario 1, 2, 3, and Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which is just Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. Okay, so now that's it with my SNES and NES, so let's move on to Nintendo 64. Now, I got a lot of these games from my friend, except for these two, which are Castlevania, and Mario Party 2. But he got a lot of sports games, even though I don't really like them. But Gex 64, I don't like this game at all, so I don't really play it that much. So I don't really have anything else to say. As a Pokemon Puzzle League, this is a fun game. I like puzzle games, and if you like Tetris, I really suggest getting these, even if you just like puzzles in general. Jet Force Gemini, it's a third-person shooter. It's not that fun, but it's still a pretty good game. You might like it. Shoot ants, green and blue ants. It's really weird. Next is Namco Museum, which has like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position, Dig Dug, Galaga, yeah. Here are the sports games. Fox Sports Challenge Hoops 99. Don't know why they're gonna make these titles so complicated for sports games. Madden 2010. Hardcore ECW Revolution. Madden 2000. Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside. And here's a prime example. WCW NWO Revenge. I have no idea what that title means. All-Star Baseball 2001, which has a pretty cool red cartridge. Zelda Ocarina of Time, which unfortunately I got this from my friend too. It's in horrible condition. It's taped at the top, and I pretty much just taped this game apart. It's horrible, but the game is awesome. Like most people say, it's the best Zelda game. Next is Pokemon Snap. You wouldn't expect it, but this is actually a really fun and entertaining game. Diddy Kong Racing. It has a lot of cool variety. You can like drive planes, hovercrafts, cars, and you can like fly around an overworld and get to secret levels, and it's really fun. And next is Nightmare Creatures. This game I don't like. It kind of reminds me of like World of Warcraft. If you like those kind of games, I'm sure it'll pique your interest, but I didn't like it that much. Pilotwings 64. I never played the first one for the Super Nintendo, and I don't really play this one that much either, so I can't really say anything. Super Smash Brothers Brawl, right here. It's a great fighting game. This is probably my favorite fighting game, even though I don't really like fighting games. And my only boxed Nintendo 64 game, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Everything is in really good condition. Well, what's funny is that when I went to the store, I was looking for 007 GoldenEye, but I found this instead. And I opened it up, and I'm looking through the manuals and crap, and what do I find? 007 GoldenEye instruction manual. So that's really, really fortunate. And then my only Sega Genesis games are Splatterhouse 2, which has its case, and obviously the game, but it does not have the manual, so that sucks. And my other one is Mortal Kombat 2, which has the case and manual and stuff. Yeah. And that's it. Could you do me a favor and leave a game suggestion that I can review? So if there's a game you want me to review, just put it in the comments or just send me a message on YouTube. Thanks. See ya.